So this is gonna be like my first video that I actually made on like to post on YouTube or wherever, Facebook. So forgive me if I like stutter or don't get some words out clearly, or you don't understand something. You can always message me, I guess, right? Yeah. So anyway, so this video I'm making, this was after asking Christ to deeply show me, how to get closer to Him. And I'm gonna read from my tablet, or whatever you call it, tab. So I was asking Christ that before going to bed one night. This might have been 3 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, asking Christ how to get closer to Him. And I think I was like a little bit in tears that night, because I was really asking Him. For years I've been asking for like a vision, or to hear His voice audibly, audible voice, or to see Him, But anyway, so that night I dreamed my sister was, very disappointed in me. We were sitting at a table. It was me, my mother, a Muslim dude, and some guy named Bonafide Killer. It's funny because he's an Xbox gamer that I come across on Xbox. I don't know why he was at this table. So he was there, and my sister was focused on me at this table. She was trying to get me to drink again, because I haven't drank in a while. The Lord has taken that desire from me to drink, because I've asked Him. So it's not like He just took it. I asked Him to help me to hate drinking. I used to drink a lot every day, almost every day drinking. Every once in a while, I'll go out and party with so-called friends, drinking. And I remember being at a bar, and I just didn't want to drink. I was there, and I was thinking, I don't belong here. But let me continue with the story, this dream. So anyway, yeah, so my sister was focused on me at this table, and she had a cup of it was like a red drink. It looked like wine maybe. And she I had the cup. And there was a red drink in it. And she had an alcohol bottle, and she was trying to she actually poured alcohol into my cup. My little red cup that I had, she poured alcohol into my cup. And I didn't drink it. She was trying to convince me to drink it. I didn't drink it in this dream. My sister was also disappointed in my mother, because she wouldn't let go of Christ. But it appeared my sister gave up on trying to convince my mother to, drop Christ, to get rid of Christ, to have her lose her faith in Christ. And so she focused on me instead. It was all in her face that, she was focusing on me. I decided not to drink from the cup. My sister was saying no more immediately. Once I decided, no, I'm not going to drink, she disappeared throughout the rest of the dream. After I made that decision, I guess she left. Also, at this time, someone was like in the background screaming about hell. Screaming screaming about how I didn't know the exact words, but you can just hear yeah in the background, like yeah. Person wasn't in hell, but they was just screaming about hell, like about hell. And it was in another room. So I'm in the house. It was in another room. You can hear this person screaming. Okay, so later in the stream, I was telling my brother that hell is real. And he really didn't want to hear that, But I made him hear it. I kept telling him that it was real, He didn't want to hear it. He wanted to think about other things, He wanted to be focused on other things. It was interference with the important things that he needed to do in this world, But I made him hear me. And also one of my youngest brothers, he had a friend over, some dude this dude in particular had a hell experience. And he kept screaming. He was in like a trance. His eyes were closed. He was in the bed and he was sweating a lot, like sweating in one of the beds. And he kept saying things like, Jesus could... This is the guy that was in the background earlier screaming about hell. And he was, so he's in his bed sweating now, and he's screaming, Jesus could save them. I saw how. Jesus could save them. He's just like screaming. He's like out of his mind. He's like not even like conscience. He's like you ever see somebody like in a bed, like suffering and just sweating, not aware of who's around them. He was just in the bed like, oh, Jesus can save them. Hell is real. I saw hell. He's just like out of his mind, this dude. So, to move on. So in the same dream later, I was working and two guys came in my presence. In this dream, my job was to figure out what they were trying to do. They looked like plumbers. They were ignoring my questions. They appeared to speak no English. So I asked a translator to help. The guy sat down and started speaking in Spanish about Christ, about Jesus Christ to the translator. So, they was pretty much ignoring me, these guys, and then I sent the translator to them. And they started speaking to the translator in Spanish about Jesus Christ. My job didn't matter to them. They was just there to talk about Christ. That's it. Like two Spanish cyborgs, Their mind was just programmed to talk to people about Christ. My questions, my job didn't matter to them. They was just there to talk about Christ. And I think that was the end of the dream, right? Yeah. So anyway, but throughout the night, I woke up a couple of times, maybe 3 times, and I felt like I was covered in the Spirit of God, under protection. So I'm having this dream, these what's the word I'm looking for? Episodes. I'm having these episodes of dreams, and throughout the night I'm waking up, going back to sleep, waking up, going back to sleep, and